Here are the highlights from the grand finals of the North America Challenge qualifiers between Seminal and Team Mayhem, wherein Seminal secured a hard-fought victory in a 5-game thriller. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into the video.
Highest season of the Snapdragon Pro Series has led to this. Seminal versus Team Mayhem. One of them will walk away champions here in North America.
Well, that is quite a blue feed right there, Team.
I want to say rarely the big performer on Team Mayhem. I think that's a fair assessment of him. In that game, I think he finishes with like 45 kills or something insane like that. Maybe I'm overstating it, but certainly his presence was felt throughout the entirety of the game. It was a big reason why Mayhem were able to garner early control of it. Another big reason as well, it felt like every single time that Mayhem had an operator on the board, it was being used to great effect. They were doing so well at just keeping Seminal out of these hills with these operators, Bobby.
Just for context, because you weren't around for the last challenge season finals, but Cartel's come playoffs during the season was, like you said, he was a solid player, but it was never really the big pop-off player. Come playoffs was basically the consensus people's MVP, even though Team Mayhem did not win the entire thing. So he seems to be one of those players that just rises to the occasion, and he certainly did that right there. As like you mentioned, 47, maybe even a couple more to end. It was certainly an AR reign of terror. I don't know that I've ever seen.
All right, well, if this momentum can carry through to a map number 2 victory, Seminal might be chuckling because they're in danger. We'll see how this one goes to kick things off. Mayhem looking for a first-round victory to carry that momentum. Man, what a search and destroy between these two teams. You saw these early defensive rounds from Seminal where I kind of called it at the half, Bobby. A lot of the looks from Seminal on the defense of the release were very similar. They consistently sent players in towards the reactor because they knew how hard that site is to retake once you lose control.
Yep. And it was surprising that we didn't see more adjustments out of Team Mayhem. It was just kind of back and forth, hope that one of them sticks. And it felt like, especially when you've got somebody like Raph who can help you dominate the inside of that A site, it may be surprising that we didn't see more pushes in that direction. But the defense certainly looking stronger to secure them the map. And it was really the Vegan. Starting off on the offensive side right here. See what Team Mayhem can do in response, getting things started. It is actually going to be a push over toward the B side, which you don't typically see, but that's 3 Herbs. Just so much more devastating. And man, Seminal were unrelenting in that one. It looked like off the start, and it did feel like maybe the entire map was determined by that 1v1 at the very end. Team with the Annihilator able to take down Tectonic. Oh, what an opportunity that could have potentially been, but Tectonic slides a little bit too far, makes him pay. And after that, it definitely felt pretty certified all the way of Seminal.
I think there's just certain points where Seminal, they just kind of go from 0 to 100 just super duper quickly, and a lot of it comes down to simultaneous investment of players, you know, just the way in which they're able to control the map at the right times as well. We recognized it in map round number 2, right, where it just immediately they completely turn the screws into Mayhem, and Mayhem lose complete control around. Towards the end of round number 3 as well, Seminal, they invest 3 operators simultaneous, 6 versus 10. They managed to flip on its head there towards the end. Just situation.
Looked like potentially maybe T-Bag going to pull out the sniper for a respawn snipe for the first life. Not meant to be. Got my hopes up a little bit too much. We're underway for.
I need a minute, mate.
Oh, man. Map 1.
I need about 10 minutes, to be honest with you, after that game. Wow. Wow, oh, wow. Seminal, I just can't believe it. I mean, at the start of that game, for basically the entirety of the first half, the entirety of the first set, Team Mayhem, they look cool, they look calm, they look collected, they look like they knew exactly what they were doing. And they felt like they were in complete control. And then things started to slip away from them somewhat as Seminal started to build a lead back up, started to chip away at what Mayhem had done. Oh, man. And you know what? It's always funny because we always have the conversation. Perhaps the most devastating moment there for Mayhem where it felt like it might all be over was P4. Once again, that kill, teams seem to be so good at controlling it when they need to and controlling the... For number 3, Seminal, long touted here as the best team in North America, and Cartels wants to take it away. 1 second of hardpoint away from being a North American champions. Perhaps Marshy be the player to get it done. No! no! Mayhem not allowing it here. We go.
Mayhem, they got outslayed like crazy, I'm fairly certain.
They produce. It's Team Mayhem kicking things off on the offense.
All right. Ooh, dang good. So much talent on this squad. And you just look at every single player there. There is not a single weak link.
Seminal are just phenomenal, man. And it's the exact same thing that we've been talking about all season long from the very first moment that we started the Snapdragon Pro Series this time around. That every single player on Seminal has that pop-off ability to go huge at any given moment. And they just proved exactly that. Right there, and every single player just firing on all cylinders at all time. I mean, Team Mayhem, they gave them a series. Let's not, to stop Seminal from becoming your North American champions, they're going to get the extra 60 seconds on the board. But this feels like an impossible scenario to stop a legacy being built. Kings, can he get it done? Kings will find the kills, but it's not to be. And for Seminal, the road to redemption will continue as they are your North American champions.
You good?
Honestly, during that second half point,